All right. Well, so I've got a couple little jokes, but I guess I just wanted to start before we get into that. I was watching an episode of Live PD last night. I don't know if you're familiar with the show. It's basically cops, but it's live, which is crazy because you actually have the opportunity to see some wild shit. They pop over to Louisiana. Cops already got his gun drawn. Dude's sitting in the car. It's insane. I mean, the whole thing. Pretty wild, pretty heated. Just kind of makes you wonder watching it. Like, I mean, as I'm watching it, I'm seeing it. I'm like, holy crap! I think we're about to watch a police shooting on live TV. That's gonna be fresh. So I'm sitting in the room, with people I care about. A lot of my family's very, very conservative. And as I'm watching, I'm like, dude, are we watching the same TV show? I see this guy sitting in the car. The cop's already got his gun drawn. And then, my dad suggests, like, oh, wait, he might not be able to hear the cop if he's got his stereo on. Doesn't this guy know that you're supposed to turn off the stereo? Which, I mean, I guess he's not wrong. You really should turn off your stereo if you're already getting pulled over. But at the same time, I'm thinking, like, if you're a young-ish black man in America, you probably don't want to reach for shit. You probably just want to leave both your hands on the wheel and wait for the cop to come up to the car, right? So ultimately, so the cop's standing there, gun drawn, but I mean, he's standing right next to the flashing lights. So I don't know if this guy can actually see the cops or not. And then a couple more squad cars show up, and then they finally get on the bullhorn and tell the guy to put his hands up, which he does. And then the cop rips him out of the car, throws him on the ground, cuffs him. It looks pretty graphic, I'll be honest. I'll see if I can find a link and put it in the description for you. And so, yeah, the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, dude, are we watching the same movie? Like, this is horrific. And then, my family, I remember what they taught me in driver's ed, and I'm pretty much the reason that I'm bringing this up is I'm kind of curious. I mean, I'm sure they can't be alone. I'm the only one here. I know I'm not the only one out there. But yeah, it's a tricky conversation. But what really got me was that after they have this guy on the ground, they begin to search his car, and they say that they could smell the odor of marijuana. So it's incredibly convenient that the only evidence you have is invisible and temporary. So they proceed to search the guy's car. They don't find anything, but they did give him a citation for resisting arrest. So he got arrested for resisting arrest. Let that sink in. But yeah, so anyway, like I said, I'm gonna find a link for you guys. I'll post it in the description, so that way you can check out that video yourself, and then pop on over to the Facebook page and let everyone know what you think. And before we even get into that, everybody, please remember, it is for civil discussion. So, don't be a jackass, and DBAA, don't be an asshole. But, you have to respect other people's opinions, so that way we can have a real conversation about it. Maybe, maybe we can all gain a little perspective. But anyway, so, if anybody actually listens to this, I guess I'll wait for one of you guys to post that on the wall and get the conversation started.